Joseph Stalin night calls out tonight, breaking chains and rules gone wild. Mike and him, he won't be silent. WWO chaos so
Hey, I'm all alone here. There we go.
There we go. I was like, what the hell?
What the hell? There you guys go.
I don't
Stop
know,
jumping
man.
in
We're-
those stop falling into those warp coin places.
I can't help it. They looked entertaining. Why is the green pot black? That's just my question. The hills
That's
are
what all
black
the shit
too.
goes into. That's what all the shit goes into.
I guess.
Oh,
Welcome everybody to
is that why I'm next to it?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, you get to smell that shit. That's what it is.
If you get tired of Jocelyn, just hit one of those coins things up there. All right, everybody. Welcome to Off Scripts Podcast, where we talk about anything. As you can see from our background, we're just going to be talking today about video games. But let me introduce the folks that are with me today. She is Jocelyn Demon Havoc, and we've got the Hellbelly himself, Anthony. Thanks for popping in, guys. Anthony, you got a channel? You want to drop off? Let everybody know what channel you have, so everybody can go to it and.
Yeah, it's official Hellbilly. The E is a 3, and then it's RNG, and you can find me currently on Twitch. We're at like 28 followers, so rebranding, always fun.
I'm gonna start shutting some of these lights off in here. It is too bright. There we fuck it. All right.
Okay.
Well, you know what, folks? I'm gonna do this because I look better this way anyway. Kind of keeps the character in a sense. All right, everybody. You know what? This is Off Scripts where we talk about anything and everything. And I thought, since with the background and with two gamers as well, including myself, I thought, why not talk about video games today? So I got a couple of questions, and I'm going to toss them to both of you. First of all, Jocelyn, let's go to you first. What kind of video games do you like?
Oh God, for me, it would be Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Call of Duty, GTA. I basically play like every single game that I always love.
Well, let me ask you this then. Do you use console or you go to PC?
Well, when I first started playing the game, I was using a console. It was the Xbox 360. Actually, I played the old school Nintendo Switch one, the little small box ones.
Yep.
Yeah, I played the old school Super Mario Maker, Super Mario Kart, and then I think it was Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man. I play a lot of games that my dad always loved me.
Well, let me tell you right now, we got Terry 3G in the chat, and he is commenting. He says, the demon is with the back scratch podcast. Yeah, we can make a whole podcast with that. Cat Fling 2000 and Ice Cream Muncher Demonist plays. So everybody loves it. So here we go with the other thing too. Anthony, you know, we always get together. We always call each other like our by our character names. Hey Selena, how you doing? Thank you for being part. We always talk about being in character. You know, I'm the evil owner, she's the demoness, and you're the hillbilly. But besides that, we all play video games. There he is. There's the mask itself. That's still fucking awesome. So I'm gonna ask you this. So you heard the demon. See, I'm calling her the demoness when we're not even in wrestling. You heard Jocelyn. What games do you like, and what do you play on?
Well, I'm kind of a mix. You know, I don't really play. I don't get to play a lot of older generation. I do have a couple, but they're not hooked up. They're kind of put up in storage. But I'm more of a horror person. I love horror games. My favorite one that I've played in recent years, probably The Mortuary. Pretty scary. It's you get to embalm bodies and you're trying to find the correct body without being possessed. There's 6 endings, I think, that you got to find for the game. So it's been one of my favorites. But I'm more of a horror. Lately, I've strayed away from horror a lot lately. I want to get back into it. I've been doing a lot of Fortnite and Call of Duty lately. But, you know, I play all sorts of stuff. One of my favorites currently right now is probably Farming Simulator, believe it or not. I love to do lumber in that game. They released a new one, and me and my buddy have a server that we do. So I'm really enjoying that right now. I think that's kind of where I'm at. If you go into mobile, crazy as it sounds, my favorite game right now, you can download it on iOS or Android. It's called Dino Mutant T-Rex. So basically, you're breeding dinosaurs. You're trying to get rid of the bosses, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm more of a multi-genre person. I love Mario. If you go into Mario, you're looking for my favorite style of Mario game. Crazy as it sounds, and people think it's crazy, my favorite Mario is Super Mario Sunshine. Back on the game. That was one of my favorite Mario games I ever played. I love FLUDD. I love the aspect of the game. One of my favorite Mario villains has always been Bowser Jr. And for those that don't know, in Super Mario Sunshine, spoilers, if you haven't played the game, in Super Mario Sunshine, you deal with a character named Shadow Mario. Shadow Mario is Bowser Jr. He's trying to ruin Mario's reputation.
Well,
So
you know what?
I enjoy a little bit of everything.
First time chat, guys. We have Twisted. We have Twisted Gem
Let's
Creation.
go! Wow, let's go!
Welcome to the chat. This is Off Scripts Podcast, where we just talk about anything, everything away from what we do normally on this server on our channel. You know, you both brought up like good games that play. Me, I play old school games and I play the current ones. So for the Mario behind us, I think the best Mario game I've ever played. I'm gonna go by the original. Is Super Mario 3, and then Super Mario World. If you get coins out of that, I swear.
You know how funny that would be.
Twist says Anthony has spoken a lot about the podcast. Thought I'd come and see what's up. I appreciate you coming down. Thank you. So my other favorite games are Dead by Daylight. So
absolutely, all fucking day.
Let me tell you, we gotta do it. We gotta get all of us together to do a Dead by Daylight game because it's cross-platform, so we can actually play, on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, whatever. So
yeah, we talked for the longest about doing an off script with a couple people that want to get together and play, and just streaming while we talk and stuff. I think that'd definitely be a game of choice for a lot of people. Do customs. You can have, I think you can have up to 5 people.
Yeah, and you got Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah. So, little fun fact for you: when I first started streaming, and a lot of people know it, some people don't. I kind of rebranded to Hellbilly Gaming after all of this because I really enjoyed the aspect of the Hellbilly. Hence why I went and buy all that. But I was originally MRT. And then I had some numbers behind it, and that page grew instantly on Facebook. And one of the main games that I streamed when I played was Dead by Daylight. Actually, that's where got most of my following based on. I've got a really good buddy that I play it with most of the time. Whenever they do right now they have a limited mode that they put in every so often. It's the 2v8 mode. But every time it hits, me and him are always in there running killer because we love that.
That's cool. That's actually really cool. Speaking about Dead by Daylight, yes, we might we might have to get in on something like that, and maybe just get together and just have some fun with that.
Yeah, like I said, you can have in a custom, you can have 5 people, and somebody you have people just rotate out as a killer. Twisted Gem, I actually play a lot with her. We do some Dead by Daylight over there in her server, and when we play on hers, we just kind of rotate out who's killing. So, you get some experienced killers, and you get people that, they don't really know how to do it. Crazy thing about that, whichever way my finger. I actually have the Death Slinger from Dead by Daylight will come up when I transition my screen, and he'll dance on my screen.
Oh, nice. I don't know if you're watching on the screen right now. If you look at the Mikey's dancing here.
Yep. You would put him right next to me, motherfucker. I'll fucking reach over there and flick his ass off. Flick his ass off. I think he's on this side.
Go ahead and flick him. Flick him off so you can flick him. There you go.
See, now he's gone. That's all you gotta do.
Welcome, Magic Mike. Welcome to Holiday King, another...
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hellbilly.
That is actually the guy I 2v8 with. That is my best buddy. Absolutely love him.
So we're talking about the... You know what? I play always the survivor. I enjoy just being chased, the thrill of the chase.
So me and Holiday, so we actually have a build that we set up. We came up with it one day just kind of hanging out. And our main goal with that build is to make killers DC. We try to make the killers disconnect from the match. We play toxic. But he is a really good killer. I hate playing killer against him because he's way better killer at it than I am. But when we 2v8, we're pretty decent. So we enjoy it.
Let's put these chat up here so everybody can see that we got chats moving. There we go. So Yeah, it's actually we'll put it right here above the demoness. There we go.
Ah.
She can knock that out. Um, so again, I go in there. I have like two characters. I took what's his name, Ace. I took Ace and
Yeah.
just made him to look like my character. So he has this. He has the long hair. He's got the glasses, the hat. So every now and then I play against that. So much
I
hate
play
mail
as-
in servers because
Yeah, yeah. He gets a lot of hate mail, and he sends it to us. It's crazy. But I usually run Michaela or Sable. When I first started playing the game, it was right after the Stall chapter release. So one of the main killers I played back then was Freddy or the Pig. Now I think I've taken a liking to either the Doctor, the Legion, Ghostface, or not the Trapper. So the reason for the Trapper, while we're on the topic of games, is there used to be a game back on, I don't know if it was before the PS3 or not, but I learned about it on the PS3. It was called Naughty Bear. So the reason I'll play as the Trapper is there's actually a Naughty Bear skin that you can play as.
yeah.
So, fun fact, Anthony loves to play as animals when he's playing Dead by Daylight. When I play as the Legion, I play as the bunny from Silent Hill. And when I play as the Trapper, I play as Naughty Bear. So, nothing better than being terrified by a fucking bear chasing you around killing you.
That's cool. So let me bring this up here. So let me see here. I'm actually pushed them off the screen. But so Jocelyn, do you have Dead by Daylight?
When I will get my own PC, I am definitely going to download Dead by Daylight. Like, I really, really want to play it so bad, but I couldn't do it because I don't have my own PC. When I get it, I'll let you know, Scully, so that way you and I can play. That way I can know how to play the game.
So, do you play PC or do you play like Xbox?
Since I don't have the Xbox anymore, which I'm kind of sad about that, I only have the PS5.
Okay.
Basically what I do there is, I basically play like, Minecraft or GTA, which I do play that if you guys want to join. I kind of play some Fortnite, here and there. I'm hoping if I get my own actual my own setup stream, I figured I might want to do that. Actually, if you guys want to follow me on YouTube, just type my name, Johnson Havoc, as usual, and I did a first ever vlog at Sierra Point when I was on my marriage trip for my last my senior year. Yes, my senior year. So yeah, if you guys want to go see that, like, comment, subscribe, follow me. You guys know what to do.
So let me ask you both. So do you both actively play GTA? I don't know if GTA is cross-platform. I have
So-
the Xbox One version, and I have the
don't-
Steam version, the PC version.
I don't know that they've made it cross-platform. I know there was a lot of issues with like PS4 players playing with PS5 players. I don't know if it's a cross-platform game or not. However, I actually own it, but I don't own it on Xbox. I'm as much as it hates people for me to say, I'm a PlayStation player, and I ended up selling my PS5. I got a really good deal on a Series X, so I purchased it, and I play PC. Cool thing about that, if you buy them on the Xbox store, a lot of games still work on the PC. But I do have the PC version, but the GTA that I play is modded GTA, so it's 5M. So you get RP aspects, cops, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't tried to play it. I don't know how it is on PC, so I just haven't messed with it. My rank is really high on PlayStation, so like I don't mess with nothing. I ran an RP community on the PS4 for probably 3.5 years. I ran an RP group over there. So
Yeah.
okay,
That's
so
what.
Twisted says it is. Lala said, or Twisted Jim says it is cross-platform. 5M is PC exclusive. So
Okay.
if you do play on PC, 5M is pretty cool. There's a lot of servers, a lot of cool stuff you can do. Check it out sometime.
Yeah, because I play a lot of GTA 5. It's what it's just. I just love having fun blowing shit up and just causing havoc.
You-
And I used to have a team. And we used to do all the missions together. And we would
Yeah.
then just fuck around with players. We would load up like I have like the big. We would either load up an attack helicopter, or I have that big. What's the name of that truck, Anthony? The big truck that has the guns in the front and the sides.
Oh God.
It's a big truck.
I would remember it if you hadn't asked, man.
Well, everybody could sit in. I think you can have one guy in one turret and the other guy in the
Yeah.
sides. You could hang.
I know
on
which
the
one you're
sides.
talking about.
Yeah, I think I forgot. Come on, folks, hit me up. You gotta tell me which one it is. So I actually get on that, and we used to run around, and we used to just cause damage, major damage, raise our ratings up, so we can get the cops all pissed off at us.
So before they released the game on the PS4, I was one of the highest ranked players on PS3. I had money that I had everything there was to own in the game at the time. So I like just going around and fucking with people. That's all we did. And then we started an RP group on PS3. I think it was me and 3 buddies I played with. We transitioned that over to the 4, and now they want to transition it to the 5, but I'm not on the 5, so they run the group for me. But yeah, so the cool thing with GTA on PC is it's not super complicated to mod if you have an idea of what you're doing, so you can kind of play as a cop in offline mode. And that's what I do a lot. That's why I push the gym. I'll get in Discord and share my screen. She likes watching us play it.
Oh, that's
It's pretty fun. Pretty cool.
Yeah, mostly that's what I look to do. Like I said, I got like certain games I do get into. I play mostly on the Xbox. I have other consoles. I even have the classic consoles. It is so much. There is a way to play Super Nintendo emulated. So if I can get you guys on there, so we can do, even if we're in do different locations, we can do that. So the goal is really just to try to get everybody together. So let me ask you, Anthony, real quick. When it comes to game themes, what do you more prefer?
Like, are we talking the style of game?
Yeah, the style of game. Like, what do you like to? Like basically that's the theme. Like, like GTA type themes or Dead by Daylight type themes.
So really, for me, it's more. Really, for me, it's more of a. It's more of a horror aspect is what I prefer in a sense. Some of them, I think my biggest thing is I like watching people get scared. So I love watching horror games, but I hate being fucking terrified. So sometimes I'll pick it up and play it, and sometimes I won't. I really enjoy story-based, but not super long story-based games. Like God of War, as bad as this is to say for me, God of War is not a game I enjoy. I feel the story's too long. It's drug on for way too fucking long than what it should be. So I'm not like, I like story games, but not something that takes forever. Now, if you know anything about older games like PS2 era, Xbox era, there was a game that was actually released, and to me, it's a very underrated game. It was called Def Jam Vendetta. So I enjoy the story-based games that are like that. Crazy thing about it is the off-script WWE, WWO type stuff. The fighting that was put into Def Jam Vendetta, that was actually a setup for a WCW game. and then WCW went belly up, and they lost the company. So instead of completely scrapping the idea, Def Jam Vendetta was born. And when I found out I could do a PS2 emulator on my PC, I played the second one, and then I found out there's a thing, you probably know it if you know older games. There's a thing like GameCube and
Yeah.
I think Nintendo 64 had one. It's called Game Shark.
Yeah.
So I found out you could put a Game Shark on an emulator and mod the absolute ever living shit out of video games.
Oh,
So I
hell yeah.
modded the hell out of the game, and I'm just going through wrecking people. So, for me, I think it's more of a story game that isn't drug on for too long. So I would probably say horror and story games is what I prefer.
Okay. Lala Marie 90. Well, thanks for jumping on here. So thanks for being part of here. Jocelyn, same question for you. It's like the game aspect, the themes. What do you like playing?
God. For me, it would probably be the Guitar Hero, Metallica. It's basically you have a like a gaming controller guitar, and you can pick like whatever songs, or you can like pick which one you want. Yes.
Oh, sweet. Look at that.
I actually own several. Fun fact, if you
Really?
play Fortnite, they added in festival mode, which is Guitar Hero. Fun as fuck to play. Absolutely enjoy it. Cool thing about it is, if you have a guitar, you can use it, but it has to be the Rock Band 4 version.
Yeah.
Now, this is I own multiples of these, by the way. I have a fuck ton of guitars. I go to yard sales. These bad boys are like $2. I buy them because fuck them kids. They don't need it. But this is for the Wii. This is the Guitar Hero World Tour guitar. So this is old school. People know this guitar. Old school guitar, right? So cool thing is I actually own the double fret guitar from a recent version where they tried to revive Guitar Hero. It was actually like a big letdown and a big disappointment, but they called it Guitar Hero Live. This is the Guitar Hero Live guitar. So instead of
nice.
having color buttons, you had your black buttons, your white buttons, and then your filled-in buttons. And then it's completely styled, completely different from the original guitars. So this is the Guitar Hero Live guitar. I am a die-hard Guitar Hero person. I own every Guitar Hero there is to own for the Wii. I own every Guitar Hero there is to own for the PS2. I also have a drum set because, I love to play the drums. I have microphones for these games because I'm just a fucking nerd who enjoyed Guitar Hero.
Well, that's cool. I still have my original. Hold on. The original one I got from.
It's like it's cool because I can hide here.
I think
I've got
I think
the
the-
original
Yep.
one that came with the PlayStation game. It's just old. I mean, it's got it's
Yep,
got
your
this
whammy
so it
bar,
looks- yeah.
Drum. Yeah,
So-
that is, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is, I believe, the Guitar Hero 1 controller.
Yep.
So Guitar Hero 2 was a Red Octane. Guitar Hero 3 was the Les Paul, I believe. And then they did, they did a couple in between. Like, I think they did Aerosmith, Encore. Guitar Hero 3 was Legends of Rock, my favorite one by far. I don't think they did a 4. I think they skipped 4 and they went to 5, which was Warriors of Rock. And then they did World Tour. World Tour is one of my favorites. And that's because I really enjoy the style. because on the World Tour guitar, instead of just having the regular buttons up here, you also have some that are right here on the neck of the guitar that are slide notes.
Right.
So I really enjoy those.
Over on YouTube, we have Empress Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Welcome to the show on YouTube. Because, folks, we are dual broadcasting. We are on Twitch and on YouTube. We're talking about video games, different types of games. Jocelyn, what would be your favorite all-out game, and on what console and why?
Ooh.
I'm going to ask you this too, Anthony, but
Oh,
let me get her
question.
first. I love putting her on the spot.
Yeah, no shit. Mine would be SmackDown versus Raw 2011 Xbox 360, where basically there's like a storyline that you can pick. I think was Dark Ziggler, Rey Mysterio, and I think John Cena or The Undertaker. No?
I think it might have been R-Truth, if I'm not mistaken.
Hit.
Oh, no, wait.
And then you could defend the streak as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had the defend the streak, which was Undertaker. Then you had defeat the streak. It was Dolph Ziggler. I'm pretty sure John Cena,
Chris
and I
Jericho.
think it was R-Truth. Yeah, I think Jericho's in there as well.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Where basically with Chris Jericho is basically trying to get the WWE champion from Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
which that was a fucking pain in the ass.
that's something I very much enjoyed about older wrestling games compared to where they are now. I liked having
Yeah.
the different stories that you could get. Like now, I don't know if you guys have played the story for like 24, but you have the Lock, and then you have the other one.
Yeah.
Where,
Jocelyn.
Unleashed. Yeah.
Oh,
I have.
Fun
yep.
fact.
That.
I have every wrestling game, even dating back to the WCW games for N64. So I have, going back to 2006, whenever the first one, 2003, came out, I have for different stuff.
2008, they introduced ECW into SmackDown vs. Raw.
Yeah.
By far one of my favorites.
You know, there's one thing. Let's go into the wrestling video games real quick. Compared to those games, compared to today, was the freedom they had. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think it was like 2007. They had the freedom mode that you could design like your own, almost your own story. Not your own story, but you can. Yeah, it will be your own story.
Yeah.
You can create the commentators. You could put your characters
Yeah.
in the commentators. You could write everything down. Oh, look at that Kung Fu Panda.
There's Kung Fu Panda that I played. There's Lego of the
Indiana Jones.
the Indiana Jones.
Is that the
one.
Cursed Temple?
No, it's the original.
Oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got this one,
Halo 3.
and then yes, I played Family Guy.
So, on that, one of the biggest complaints I have about that game is if you play that game and you watch Family Guy, they do not look the same.
No, they don't.
Completely different characters.
Right. I mean, Stewie is like he looks like a football player. I swear to God.
It looks like a football.
Like they put a yeah.
And
And then
it was really good.
this one's one of my favorite fucking games.
Oh wow.
Literally World Series 2010. I grew up in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where is basically having the old school serum, and then we go far out, and we basically be on the actual, like, literally World Series field. So that was kind of fun, um going there.
We have
So yeah.
Empress Alicia says, I remember my cousin used to play a wrestling game, I believe, on the GameCube, and I fell in love with it. Tyler Mullins, thank you for popping in. She said, Marie says, it's a Mario. Yeah, he's behind me over here. So,
So, like, going on the topic of WWE games because we're still on it. So one of my favorites, I actually ended up unboxing it because I wanted what was inside of it. But it was the Seen Enough edition, and I've showed it to you guys once
Ooh.
before on stream. But it has it's a plaque with a piece of the canvas from John Cena's 16th world title reign,
oh,
signed,
wow.
hand signed by John Cena, and it came with a figure. It's a very exclusive. The only way to get it was to be one of the 150,000 people that purchased the Seen Enough edition. And he actually hand signed after every event. He hand signed a picture from that title win, and it showed backstage footage before they released it of him signing them. The very last one he signed John Cena, and then he signed one of 150,000.
Wow.
And if I haven't showed it to you guys, I can show it to you. It's pretty easy for me to get a hold of right now. But it's one of my favorite collectibles, and it's the reason why I want to be able to get to see him before he's completely done. I would love to take it with the box, everything inside of it, and have him sign all three pieces. Even over where he originally signed the card, I'd love to have him sign the plaque. I think it would be really cool to see that. And I have another item I've really thought about taking to have him sign if he would be willing to do it. If I ever got to meet him, I don't know that he would, but you guys know, like, I've explained the story of kind of how the Hellbilly kind of came to be with the Scarecrow idea and the Dark Mystique. And I actually own 3 of these because I bought the last 3 in the store the day after everything happened. But it's the Bray Wyatt figure where he's burnt.
Oh, wow.
So I went into a store. I bought the last 3 they had that I could find. And yeah, so this is probably one of my most prized possessions. And
Cool.
it's the only one I've been able to find. But I absolutely love it, and I don't think I could part ways with it. I own 3. This one is kind of, the box got damaged. But the cool thing about this one, let me see if I can. This might mess it up just a
She
tad.
says hold it up better. She says
Yeah,
hold it up better.
let me
While he sets that up, Tyler Mullins over on YouTube says WWE 2K24 it's amazing and it won an award. I have every WWE 2K game for PlayStation 4. WWE 2K25 is supposed to be announced soon. Empress Alicia says, I remember right. I think it was a Super Nintendo or N64. She used to play Ken Griffey Jr. Basketball. Oh, baseball, I'm sorry. And
Baseball
Home Run
game.
Derby. Yeah. Okay, so what is that?
I'm trying to get it where it doesn't really glare.
Okay, that's the burnt one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can see or not, but on the other side, let me see which way the camera's going. On the other side of his hand, right there, is another pair of gloves that actually say hurt and heal.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
And so the store I bought these from, they kind of buy like
Right back on.
pallets. They kind of buy pallets and wholesale stuff. So that way, they kind of buy other stuff from different places, and that's how I ended up with it. I went in, and that was the last ones they had. So to me, it's one of my biggest things that I own. And I'll show you the other one if you want to see it. it might be a little better to see.
I don't know if my camera will do it, but my whole entire wall is
Yeah, yeah,
almost.
I've seen your wall. Yeah. I'm
No,
a
it got bigger. It got bigger.
So something that's kind of neat, and I have showed it to Jeremy. Jeremy has seen it. I used to be a part of a wrestling group in my local area called Ego Pro, and they do a show once a month. Behind my screen is a banner, and that banner was from one of the guys that we had that had passed away. We did a show for him every year called our Nino Sparks and the Limit Show. And I actually won a banner in a raffle that was from that show that has all the pictures on it, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever picked up. So it's to me, wrestling's always been it's been a big part of my life for a long time now. So it's always been something that I kind of held close.
So this is where I was born. Um, I grew up in the locker room with all these wrestlers, but I don't know if you can see. But if you see my mom and dad, right? See if I can put my finger. That's my mom, and then over here is my dad. Um, I grew up in the locker room. Um, so yeah.
So wrestling to you has always been kind of a big thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I've been on the road with my mom and dad. We go down to Flint, Michigan. Oh, Scully just disappeared.
No, I'm here.
um, so on the road is a was kind of fun. Going to like different places in Flint, Michigan. Um, it's it's been one of those days, meeting different wrestlers. I
There we
mean,
go.
we went to one of the funeral with my mom, and I met Jimmy Jacob. That was the first time ever. Um, he was such a cool guy. Then oh God, who else? There were so many people that I met. Was a It was a very awesome and an honor to meet them. Uh, I think I went to my first Ring of Honor show, and we met the American Wolves with my dad. So that was cool. Um, oh God, who else we met? There was a lot, and I just like I want to become a wrestler, but I just don't know how or where. So have a good night, Alicia.
So it was 2K18. I can't find the figure. I was looking for him. I don't know where I put him, but this is probably one of my most prized possessions.
Oh,
And like I said, there was only like 150,000 sold. So right,
that is awesome.
right here is a piece of the ring canvas.
Nice.
There's the photo, and his signature is right there. No,
Nice.
right there is his signature. And For them to be able to cut that piece up into 150,000 pieces is insane to me. And you guys can't really see it that well, but this, I've had this thing for multiple years. I've owned it forever. It was my
Is that the
favorite.
spinning?
It was my favorite variation of the WWE Championship. And with
Does it
batteries
spin?
in it, it will actually make noise and
Spin.
light up.
That's cool.
Yes.
So the nameplate right there is where you activate it, and it actually has John's name
Hold
right
on.
across it. So it's always been one of my favorite things.
Right. But alright guys, I am heading off. I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe.
You too.
Love
Thanks for
you.
hanging
Love
out
you.
with us.
See you, Jocelyn.
Alright. Love you guys.
Oh yeah, that's all fucked now.
No, we can fix it. Don't worry.
I'm split in two pieces.
Yeah, I see that. Now I just got to get you back on perspective. That, folks, this is what happens usually when somebody drops from that. But we're good because I can just reset it and just redo the whole thing. So, you know what? It's funny, you know, when we look at the games. And like I said, I'm into a lot of games. I got a lot of the authentic consoles, the Atari games, the Nintendo, the Sega, and I got like a whole bunch of the, you know, first games and arcade machines and all that. But I gotta say, you know, when I enjoy games, it is basically I go for, if I want to go back to original games, I gotta go back to, I was playing it before, Batman Arkham Asylum, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
So I actually restarted playing it again just for the hell of it, because I was like, I want to get it. I want to finish playing it. And that game in itself was a lot of fun to play. So I'm I'm actually looking to I should be streaming that, you know, I'm going to try to stream that sometime, so get that,
Yeah.
just to get that going. But you know,
Yeah, it was him shrinking me to size.
yeah.
That way I'm not all over the place anymore.
Yeah, I had to reportion everybody, because if you look at it, Jocelyn's not here. In fact, I could just take off the table too. There we go. Now we to the good. So bring this down, bring Mario down, So
There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff, honestly, and you know, a lot of people don't see the back that we all put into it, and I really enjoy it. It's been a fun part of my life for a good bit now.
yeah, you know, it's we have to put in a lot for this, for all of this to happen. And it sometimes gets a little bit, you know, difficult to like put everything together. And here we go, now Mario's on the ground. But yeah, this is a lot of fun, because we're just talking just for the hell of it. Because normally we will all be talking about wrestling. We would get into wrestling games, and we would do promos for our wrestling show. So, folks, you know, tune in. We always do. You can go back and look at our other shows, but we always do what we call a virtual wrestling promotion. If you're a big wrestling fan, you want to be part of it, all you got to have is a green screen, and just be part of this, and you can see what we do. If you miss out on any of our past shows, because there's also podcasts on here, there's also other off scripts versions and wrestling news shows, just go to our YouTube page and just type WWO Wrestling Live, and you can see back previous shows. So, you know, let me ask you this. So we're going to go back to GTA a little bit. So I wonder if all of us could get together on GTA, even if we're in different consoles. I don't know if we explored
So
that.
I know it is crossplay. I don't think PC can play with other players. I know it is from what I've been told, it's cross-platform. Let me see if I can find out if what platform, because I don't think newer players like different consoles can play. So no, according to what I'm looking up here, GTA 5 is not a cross-platform game. PS4 players can play with other PS4 players, but they can't play with 5, just like 5 can play with 5.
Yeah,
Xbox can play with Xbox, but they can't play cross-gen either. So I mean, it's GTA is one of those things where I don't think they ever had the intention to do a cross-platform.
yeah,
Um, that's probably one cool thing that I enjoy about a couple of the other style of games, and I'm hoping it's something they pick up on when they do release 6 finally after all these freaking years that we waited. I hope it's something they pick up on because I think a lot of people would benefit from cross-platform.
yeah,
Because nobody really buys the same consoles, to be honest. I mean, everybody likes their own thing.
exactly. But they like the games that they have, and a lot of people don't. You know, like for me, I majority of my games are on Xbox, even though I have a PS2. I also have a PS5 and all that. It's just I prefer the Xbox. So
Yeah, see, and I'm the opposite. The reason is I like the style and the authentication of the PlayStation controller. I grew up on PlayStation and GameCube, so to me, PlayStation's been my home. Really, the only reason I even own the console I own now is Twisted Gems, La La, Holiday. People I play with on Xbox, they really wanted me to get one because some of the games, believe it or not, some games, even having it on PC, you can't play with console people.
yeah, exactly. That's why I like Dead by Daylight because they made it compatible for the different consoles and the PC. So one day
Yeah, and they just
I actually had um I have the same you could say almost the same account, same name on my PC version and my Xbox.
so if you don't know, something they recently just added in is cross progression. So if you have it on PC and you have it on Xbox and you link your behavior account, they give you credit for the stuff that you do own on both,
Oh wow!
and you'll be able to play the same thing you're playing on Xbox on your PC or
Oh,
PC to Xbox.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so all you got to do is go on the behavior website, behavior.com, and there should be a spot for you to link your Xbox account and then your Steam account.
Oh wow!
Once you link those together, you get credits for everything because, like I said, I'll start. Oh, my camera shut. Okay.
Nope, you're good.
Like I said, I started playing Dead by Daylight on the PS4, so all my stuff was there. I went into the PS5, which it allowed me to do so, and then I got an Xbox, and then most of my stuff was on PC.
Hmm.
And then I think just a couple months ago, they changed it to where cross progression became a thing, and they give you credit. They give you shards for stuff that you have duplicate of.
Well, that's freaking that's awesome. That is awesome. So no, if anybody got any questions you want to throw out, just go ahead and throw us out. Again, we are here on Off Scripts Podcast on WWO Live on Twitch and WWO Wrestling Live on YouTube. And it's so funny, and we sit here and Lala Marie says, "All right, I'm heading out for the night. Have fun, you guys. Chat with you later, Aunt."
Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in and kind of getting an out of character glimpse of what we do.
Oh yeah, it's a funny thing. And again, anybody wants to join us, you're welcome to join us on WW. We always need some new people on our wrestling group. So it's an EFED, but we kind of take it a little bit more serious, you could say. So.
Oh yeah. Some people take it too serious.
Yeah. Yeah, too much. So Another thing, we're gonna talk about a little bit before we also go off as well. Is the have you ever played? I don't know if you have the PC versions, but Phasmophobia is a freaking insane game.
Yes. So, fun fact: August of 2023, they actually reset everybody's progress and reset everybody's rank in Phasmophobia. So anytime I join a Phasmophobia game, I have a 1 in front of my name. Because technically I'm a prestige player. And I actually have a plaque that is level 553. Because when they
Wow.
reset everybody's stuff, that's the level I was when I quit playing. I used to play it a lot. I've shot away from it a little bit. They did it the way they reset everything. Yeah, get out of here with that. I don't kill my team. I just like playing with cursed objects. Um, so I actually just did a stream on PC. All right, Lala, have a good night. I did a stream the other day, and we got into seeing. I believe it was a tarot card. So I found the tarot cards, and I started pulling those, and I ended up killing my teammates. But I love it. It's a fun game to play. The weird thing to me is console players right now they don't have voice chat with the Spirit Box.
Yeah.
But if you're on PC, you still have the voice chat with the Spirit Box. So I enjoy it. It's a fun game. The biggest issue I found with it is it's hard to get people on to play. I feel like a lot of people don't enjoy the game like they did.
Yeah.
And you can only play it if you own the Xbox Series if you're on console.
Right.
I do play with Lala. Lala is somebody I play it with. They begged me to get it on console, then we kind of just quit playing it, and then I got my PC fixed, got my PC back, and I just decided to play there. But yeah, I mean it's fun. I enjoy it. I think if we could get a group of the WWO people together that play it, that'd be a fun one to stream and play. Everybody playing together.
Now, since you brung that up about the team play on games on Steam and like Phasmophobia, there is another game very similar to Phasmophobia, and I've played it, and I think I streamed it a couple of times, folks. It is Bigfoot. If you
So I don't have Bigfoot. I want to get Bigfoot. I haven't been able to get the money to buy it. Um, I've seen gameplay. I know what it is and what it's about. It's fun as fuck.
Yep.
And there's actually, believe it or not, there's a couple games like Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
So let me look here real quick. I got my Steam tabbed up. So there's Phasmophobia. There's Demonologist. It's a more advanced version. There's Ghost Hunters Incorporated, I think is the name of it. Yeah, Ghost Exorcism Incorporated. There's a couple they've done that's been like that, Like I said, I played a lot of horror. So I ended up buying, back when I used to stream a lot with people I streamed with, I played a lot of them. So, question for you,
Okay.
have you ever played the Dark Pictures Anthology series?
No, I have not. See, those are games I miss out. So, unless somebody comes and tells me about it, I never get the chance to explore them.
So the Dark Pictures Anthology series is a. Did you ever hear the game on PS4? It was a PS4 exclusive called Until Dawn.
Yes.
So the Dark Picture series is made by the same people that made Until Dawn.
Ah.
So it's
Okay.
a story-based game, and there's multiple different endings you can get to the game. All of the outcomes are based on the decisions and how many people are left alive or how many people died as you go. They're really good. I think right now there's 4 in the series. So you have, let me make sure I read these to you correctly. You have The Men of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, and then The Devil Inside of Me. So there's 4 right now. They are talking about doing another chapter with another 4 games. Unfortunately, they're going to have to make a new curator because the person that was the curator for those games did tragically pass away this last year, 2024. So that was rough for a lot of people. But there's also another one they did. I don't know if it's made by the same people, but it's called The Quarry, and
Now,
it's kind of like those two. I highly recommend if you ever get a chance to check them out. I highly recommend to check them out. Something that's kind of cool is so I own the Dark Picture series, and I believe that there is this thing. Yeah, so there is. There's this thing on here called friend passes. So friend passes allow a friend to actually play if you own the content.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's kind of neat. I enjoy the game. I played it a lot. I actually on YouTube I have playthroughs for Man of Medan and Little Hope where I played both of those all the way through. But I haven't finished. I haven't finished the House of Ashes, and I haven't purchased The Devil in Me. But they're really cool stories. Definitely a game worth checking out. I think you would very much enjoy them if you like story games, especially choice-based games.
You know, one of the games I think I'm gonna. This is my opinion. We're gonna switch a little bit of the gears. One of the games that I really enjoyed, and I got the original when it first came out with the console, was Resident Evil. When the PlayStation 1 came out, I still have my PlayStation 1, and I still have that original Resident Evil. Um, Playing that for the first time, it was awesome. Resident Evil 2 was good. I think Resident Evil 3 was so-so. I didn't like the character Steve. Um, Code Veronica was fine. When they started going into the bigger consoles, like like the Xbox, PlayStations, 3 and 4s, it was okay. I wasn't a fan of the newer ones, the first-person versions. I always enjoyed the third-person or over-the-shoulder. So,
So going into that, I actually was able to purchase a lot of the Resident Evil games. I think I paid $30, some kind of donation thing they teamed up and did. I have Resident Evil, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Biohazard, Resistance, Revelation, Revelation 2, and as bad as this is for me to say, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me, my favorite Resident Evil game I've picked up is Resident Evil Village. I absolutely enjoyed the gameplay mechanics. I enjoyed the story they had, the story they told. I'm very excited to see where Resident Evil goes from there. But yeah, so I picked them all up in a big deal. I was playing Village at the time. I bought a brand new PS4, played the hell out of it. I think a cousin actually bought it for me, and then I ended up buying it on my other consoles. The thing I enjoyed about Biohazard was they had a mode. I'm a big card player, so one of my favorite card games is I think they call it Blackjack, but it's 21.
hmm
So you're trying to get 21 without busting. In Resident Evil Biohazard, there's a DLC that allows you to play that with Clancy, and it was or Chansey, whatever his name was. But it was one of my favorite things that I ever did in that was play 21, and then I played the story for Biohazard. Because for those that don't know, the Biohazard story and the Village story picks up on the Biohazard story right at the end of it.
Oh, okay. Now, prior to the co-op plays of Resident Evil, they actually even came out with their version of a Dead by Daylight type game, Resident Evil. It was like Resident Evil Online, Resident Evil
Yeah.
Reacted. I don't know if the servers are down. I don't know if even if the game still is playable. I got it when I got Resident Evil 2, the newer, or was it 2? 3 when they redid it, and it was there. You could play online. It was pretty fun. I love playing the Mastermind, but it just became repetitive. I think after a while, it wasn't really Dead by Daylight. It's always still challenging. You still got a lot of shit, but this was like so confining. The other one, many years ago, I think Anthony, you probably know this. When PlayStation 2 came out, you can buy the internet. It was a internet box you could connect onto the game. And one of the Resident Evils was able to crossplay. And it was like everybody could do different characters. Do you remember that that game?
I do. It's been years ago, but yes.
What was the name of that game?
If I remember correctly, they called it Resident Evil Online. Let me double check real quick.
It was. I think it was Outbreak. Let me see if it's
Outbreak sounds right.
Yeah, it was a multiplayer game, I believe. Yeah, it was. I think it was a PlayStation 2, and I'm looking it up right now, folks.
Resident Evil Outbreak. It was a survival horror game published by Capcom in 2024.
Yeah, and everybody could play, and they had different characters, and I don't think you can even find that game anywhere now. Um,
It is on. It is online, actually. Believe it or not,
really?
you can purchase it. I think most of the places you're gonna be able to pick it up at, though, it's gonna be like eBay and stuff like that, and they're gonna scalp the ever living hell out.
That's cool. I'll have to look into that. Maybe we can all jump on it somehow. But what we're gonna do is we're getting close to the end of this of our time here in Off Script. I'm gonna carrying on with the themes of multiplayer games. What about racing games?
So for me, my favorite, hands down, is gonna be an Xbox console game, and that's gonna be the Forza Horizon series. So I'm not a fan of the motorsport series, really. I don't enjoy the track racing as much as I enjoy the free roam aspect that Horizon gives you. I did pick up the Need for Speed games. Now, back in the day, if you'd asked me, it would have been like, because to remind you now, I didn't pick up Horizon until like the second or third game because I didn't know what it was. But I would have told you like Need for Speed Undercover or Need for Speed Most Wanted, Hot Pursuit, stuff like that. I really enjoyed those. I've actually taken the time to step back and get into some of the older Need for Speeds, and I enjoy the story. My favorite one to this day probably probably going to be Need for Speed Underground. It was one of the best ones they did. Juiced was pretty good. It's not really a multiplayer, but I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was like PS2 era.
Yeah.
Juice 2 was probably my favorite. That's back in the day of freaking memory cards. You didn't have this autosave crap you got now. You get ready to lose a pink slip race, you reach up there and you pull the memory card out, and that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say it would probably be Forza though if I had to pick one that's what I want right now.
We're gonna go a little bit back in time. Hold on. Let me see if I can grab it.
You're gonna show them what a memory card is?
All right, folks. I'm gonna go back in time here. Anthony, here it is. I'm gonna dust it off a little bit. If I hold one up, tell me what it is.
That's a memory card. That is a PlayStation 1, it looks like.
There you go. PlayStation 1. I still have all my PlayStation 1. And...
yeah, that's the PS2.
Yep.
Yep.
And
that's when they introduced colors.
I have a blue version, and I have a modded version. So you can plug it into your...
got all the games.
Yep.
All the games on it. Yep.
In it. So in one PS2, I have every game system. So every game for the PlayStation 1 and 2. So
you should definitely look into some of the ones I was telling you about. If you like fighting, like arcade style fighting, the Def Jam Vendetta games are really good.
Yeah.
Check into Juice too, since you have all those on there as well. You might get a kick out of that if you like racing.
Yeah, I like the one I think I've enjoyed out of the series more was Most Wanted because being chased by the cops.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if you ever played it. They actually had a Need for Speed Online. And
no, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep, they had Need for Speed Online. It plays the same way as the regular video games, but you had more customization, you had more vehicles, and you did like missions in the game. It's just the same thing as any other. Like if you play GTA, except you can't get out of the car. So you're
Yeah.
racing around, you're doing stuff, and you could battle other players. So it used to be. In fact, let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Need for Speed Online, and it used to be. It used to be a server, and I think they actually it stopped. I think after a while they took it down. Um, but you used to be able to play it, and you saved all your characters. You saved all that. Um, and I remember that used to play it a lot, but now it's like I don't think that's even. I don't think you can even find it anymore online because they used to have so much. People used to hack the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
but it was at the time a lot of fun to play because you can literally get online and I had the Blues Brothers car on there and I was like racing around and everybody had these fancy cars, so it was a lot of fun, folks. But you know what? We're gonna have to call this a night. We're definitely gonna go. So, folks, maybe what we could do sometimes we'll pick up Dead by Daylight. We'll do a group, and we'll try to get everybody together and do. I could do a multi Twitch on
Yeah,
one
so
screen.
I was actually gonna tell you, if you do it and you get streamers that normally stream, you can do a multi-stream
Oh yeah,
through Twitch, and because that's what me and a couple of my friends do. We do DBD,
yeah.
just because it gives everybody the perspective of it'll give everybody the perspective of everything.
Oh yeah.
And if you get 5 people, you can do customs. You get 4 people, you can do regular survival. Even if it's just a couple people, you can play with bots or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, here's the beautiful thing. So far, if it's you, me, Jeremy the Madman, and we could have like one more person, and it could be a WWO Dead by Daylight crew. So I think
Yep.
we try to talk about that. I think Marvin might have it. So you might see a WWO team, but the funny thing is we were talking about it. It would be hilarious if we did it in character. So it's like, even though you'll see Anthony playing as himself in the game, he will mimic the voice of the hellbilly. I will be the evil boss. So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go do this. You have Jeremy the Madman doing his thing and everybody, but we would have to work as a team. So you can imagine kayfabe and storyline in one setup. So it's like it was an idea, a concept we all decided we were going to try to do. We were going to do that with GTA, like all of us get together and try to play that in one thing. So
I think Dead by Daylight would be pretty fun. I think it'd be pretty doable, especially getting a big group of people together that play the game and that have the game.
no,
I think it'd be fun.
So we will have to do that, and we'll make an announcement when we all going to get together on this. So it'll be a big day. It'll be an off scripts gaming. We'll just call it off scripts gaming, and all of us will be just in one game. And you'll see the 4 different screens, so you get a perspective of where everybody's running. Remember, I did real quick before we go off the air. I did that once before, and the killer happened to be a fan of my streams. So he knew exactly what all of us were. So that's what was funny about it.
So if you do manage to get 5, the cool thing about it is, like I said, you just get somebody. People just rotate out as killer. Even if you get 6 people, you can have somebody spectate the match.
Yeah.
And then the way we always played it was, if you did 6, whoever the killer was rotates out into the spectator. Whoever the spectator is rotates into survivor, and one of the survivors rotate into killer.
Right.
So I mean, we could figure that out as we go. I think it'd be fun. I'd be up to do it for sure.
All right. So, folks, thanks for watching Off Scripts Podcast here, where we talk about video games and every other thing that comes up. For me, Joseph Skuldra Knight, you probably know me as the evil owner of WWO Live and also the Skuldras Realm. And you've got the Hellbilly on this side.
Anthony says hello, and
Yeah.
so does the help.
Yeah, And tell everybody your Twitch channel name if they don't know.
You can find me at official Hellbilly RNG. The E is a 3.
There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you soon. And I'm going to raid us before anybody goes off anywhere. We're going to go to raid a channel. So let's drop into the man himself. He is going to be, let me see if I can find him. There he is, Jeremy the Madman. Let's go and raid.